frantic 911 call from a panicked mother led the emergency services to a home in Esto, Florida. Let me take you back to August 8, 2007.
911.
I need an ambulance, please.
911.
I need an ambulance.
What's wrong, ma'am?
My daughter fell in the pool and she's not breathing.
Where at, ma'am?
In Esto.
Ma'am, what's your address?
3343 First Avenue South.
3343 First Avenue South.
Yes, down the road from the post office at the very end.
What's your phone number, ma'am?
850-263-0759.
And she's not breathing. How old is she?
She's 7 years old.
All right, hang on just a second, ma'am.
When the emergency services arrived, they found an unconscious 7-year-old girl, a frantic mother, a 6-year-old boy, a lone raised swimming pool with a red toy truck pulled to its side, and a small metal tray floating in the water. Everything pointed to a tragic accident. The mother, Amanda Lewis, states that her daughter, Adrianna Hutto, had fell into the pool whilst she was inside doing laundry. After hearing her son AJ scream for help, she rushed outside and found Adrianna floating in the pool. Amanda pulled her daughter out of the pool and administered CPR whilst making the call to the emergency services. But a few hours later, this was all about to change.
Who was in the pool?
Adrianna.
Did your mama get in the pool?
No. Adrianna was just in the pool with Mama. But Adrianna was laying like this and Mama holding her like this so she wouldn't scream.
Amanda was subsequently arrested and charged with the murder of her daughter, a charge she sternly denies. Can the words of a 6-year-old child be believed? Could the trauma of the day affected his thoughts? The police digged further and questioned him surrounding the events of the day.
In the statement AJ gave us, the first one he gave us, he said that his mama done that to his sister's face. He told us his sister had got in trouble that morning because she had took blue spray, which he called Windex later on, sprayed the TV. We got the search warrant, we went in and got the Windex out from under the kitchen sink, sent it to the lab, and they put Adrianna's fingerprint on there. It was a positive match. He told us that he had seen a man cutting down trees on a tractor. We confirmed that West Florida Electric was out here mowing the right-of-way for the electric lines that morning. He told us that he seen the Army men flying over. We contacted Fort Rooker. They confirmed that this was in the flight pattern that day for their helicopters. You know, we confirmed everything he told us, basically, which added legitimacy to his story.
The defense attorney and the prosecuting attorney outlined what they believed happened on that fateful day.
Planned on swimming in the pool, but that they had to get the bugs out of the pool. I think Adrianna stood in the red wagon next to the pool, was leaning over the pool with the metal pan that was found floating in the pool, and was in the process of scooping up bugs from the pool when she fell head first into the pool, causing the water to come over the side of the pool and fill the little red wagon. It was found by the emergency responder, who immediately surmised that this was a case of accidental drowning.
That we believe she maliciously punished her daughter, Adrianna, and she just went too far. She was under a lot of stress. She was tired. She had tried various other forms of discipline that appeared not to be working, at least to Amanda Lewis. And that is what we think happened. As you will recall, the pool was anywhere from 32 inches to 35 inches high. Adrianna was 47 inches tall. If she had just simply fell into the pool as an accident, all she would have had to do was stand up, as she had done before when she was in that pool, and she would not have been drowned.
Amanda was offered a plea deal, a guilty plea for manslaughter, which would have carried a 10-year sentence, but Amanda declined and decided to go to trial. The prosecution's key witness being the then-now 7-year-old AJ.
Tell me, AJ, what is this right here?
My pool.
Your pool?
Yes, sir.
The one that was in this picture that we just saw a few minutes ago?
Yes, sir.
All right. And who is this right here?
Me.
What are you doing, AJ?
I was playing.
All right. Were you playing with anything?
Yes, sir.
What were you playing with?
That.
Okay. What's that supposed to be?
I can't remember.
Okay. You can't remember?
Yes, sir.
All right. What is this right here?
A tree.
Were you playing in the tree or around a tree?
In the tree.
In the tree. Okay.
So,
Now, what is this right here? Who is this, or what is this?
my mama
Okay. And what is she doing?
killing my sister,
How is she doing that, AJ?
putting her hand over her face.
Would you show me how she put her hand over your
No,
sister's
sir.
face? Huh?
No, sir.
You don't want to do that?
No, sir.
Okay. Who is this?
My mother,
And who is this?
my sister,
What is this right here?
my mother's arm.
Your mother's arm?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What does this mean right here? She did.
Died.
What?
She died.
An autopsy was carried out, and a medical examiner who was present gave her testimony at the trial.
Would you point out the injuries that you noticed first when you started to assist in this autopsy?
The most significant were the two on the midline of the forehead, obviously as well, this bruising to this area. Also noted are two smaller bruises to the right side of the forehead over here, and there's a bruise also on the left cheek that I described that was apparent. I personally didn't have any information, and from my experience, it did look consistent to be that of a left hand.
Did you do anything during this process where these photographs were being made to either confirm or deny that, ma'am?
I did. To test my original hypothesis that it was a handprint, I placed my hand over the bruises, and as you can see on the side of the cheek here, it lined up perfectly with this side of my left thumb. This would be the index finger where it lined up, my middle finger, ring finger, and then either one of these two smaller bruises matched where my pinky would be, and the ball of my hand was consistent with that. The mark that was on the bridge of the nose, it did seem to fit.
And if you would, ma'am, just use your left hand as you would on your face, demonstrating to the jury how that would have been.
The prosecution pointed to multiple bruises on Adrianna's forehead that they claimed correlated with AJ's testimony, backing up the fact that Amanda had in fact killed her own daughter. The fate of Amanda was now in the hands of the jury. Following 4 days of proceedings, and after only 2 hours of deliberation, the jury found Amanda Lewis guilty of first-degree murder and aggravated child abuse. In March of the same year, Amanda Lewis was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Okay. Madam Clerk, at this time, if you would read the verdict for the court, please.
State of Florida versus Amanda Elaine Lewis, case number 07282CF. Verdict. We, the jury, find as follows as to the defendant, Amanda Elaine Lewis, as to count 1 in this case. The defendant is guilty as charged of first-degree felony murder. We, the jury, find as follows as to the defendant, Amanda Elaine Lewis, as to count 2 in this case. The defendant is guilty as charged of aggravated child abuse.
Looking back on this case and all things considered, what are my final thoughts? Do I think Amanda Lewis is evil? Do I think she's a monster? No. What I believe happened on that fateful day in 2007 is something triggered Amanda, which made her lose all sense of reasoning and perspective. Having issues in the past trying to discipline a child that was diagnosed with ADHD, I believe she instigated a disciplinary act that no parent would ever dream of. I believe the words of AJ, and I believe that this reckless act of discipline led to the tragic death of her daughter Adrianna, an innocent young soul, taken in the most tragic and horrifying way. What does Amanda think?
That I'm innocent, proving that what they said I didn't do. And I fight every day to prove it. And I'll continue until I do.
Please let me know your thoughts on this tragic case. Also, if you like this video and would like to support the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Until next time.